I was a cocktail waitress in a comedy club. That was one of my like previous jobs, and I'll tell you what, there is nothing worse than being in a room when a comedian is bombing.
It's bombing.
Oh. I mean, everything
That's
on
so
you
scary.
just wants to die for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Has that happened?
What do you do? Yeah, what do you do?
You've bombed
So
like
what do you
that?
do?
Oh, I've bombed. I've bombed many times.
What do you do?
Yeah, like.
Well, you just have to sort of, you know.
What's like
just
your
go into
biggest
like a
bomb?
fugue state. Well, I had a very big bomb recently. I was doing an award show.
Recently?
Yeah, this was recently. To be fair, I was set up to fail. It was an award show. It was in Monaco. It was a very fancy event called Le Grand Prix de la Haute Joaillerie. And it's like a jewelry awards.
He's a Frenchman.
Yeah. Well, this was the problem. I'm not a Frenchman because I got there and it turned out I was the only person that was going to be speaking on stage in English and everyone else was French.
Oh.
And it was the week of the Louvre heist where they robbed the Louvre. And I was like, it's a jewelry awards. I was like, great, that can be my material. I'll just make a load of jokes about that. This French lady went up before me. She's like the Anna Wintour of jewelry. She did a whole preamble where she said in French that apparently the heist of the Louvre was one of the greatest tragedies ever to befall France, and that the French people would rally together and get through this difficult time. Introduced me onto the stage. I came on, I was wearing like a high-vis vest, holding a load of crop jewelry that I bought on Shein. I was like, hey, who wants Napoleon's tiara? Silence. Complete silence, tumbleweed. I had 10 more minutes of jokes about the Louvre getting robbed and how the security guards were working tonight and we were going to be counting all the jewelry that went out to see how much came back in.
Can we find this
The irony
online?
actually.
Thank the Lord that wasn't televised.
Oh,
so
damn.
no one was able to win. But it was agony. And I had to be there for 3 hours. I had to keep going back out to all of these French people that hated my guts. Like cracking more jokes. And it was just horrendous. There was one English guy at the back who was like, ha, 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 which made it even worse. The sound of one person laughing is worse than the sound of nobody laughing.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that is hilarious.
That is incredible. That's why my sister and I love you so much. Because we would have been on board laughing.
Yeah,
That's
I
funny.
knew that.
You gotta make fun of it. Yeah,
exactly.
Oh my God, but the fact that you went on right after someone was like, it's a tragedy.
No.
That's incredible. Okay, I love you. Okay, so you're both parents of toddlers now. Did they come to set? Because my kids come to set every now and then.
Yes, they came to set. I mean, Leo was there every single day. Elsie was there whenever Roxy, his wife, was there. And, you know, I thought they hit it off.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah. They played together.
Oh, no, wait, there's something in that tone. What?
Well, the first time they played together, Elsie, I don't think was necessarily fay with the concept of sharing and stole a couple of Leo's toys. So they got off to a little bit of a rocky start. They definitely had to build their chemistry.
OMG, Leo had a mental breakdown, like most men do around women. He just, you know, he just didn't know how to deal with it, so I had to talk. I'm like, Leo, these are your toys, but you have to share them with Elsie. Like,
Those are teaching moments. That's good. Yeah.
It's always a thing.
Yeah.
Man, they grow up so fast.
It's worse. Like, I feel like my kids act better when it happens with other kids, but when it's like when it's River and Remy, when it's my
Siblings,
two siblings, that's World War III.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they're nice with other people. I'm like, who you are in public is so different than behind. I'm just kidding.